My dear friends, hello, it's me, Ksenia, and today, as you asked, we're gonna speak about preposition plus case in Russian language. So it will be part 2. Let's start. So dear friends, right now I will give you 10 more prepositions which we quite usually use in Russian language. You'll understand the meaning of these prepositions, the most common situation when we use it, and also which preposition is similar in English with this preposition in Russian. So the first preposition will be preposition not. So dear friends, we use this preposition with instrumental case in Russian, and it's kinda close to the English preposition over. So right now let's see the main meaning of this preposition. So dear friends, the first meaning will be extending directly upwards from. And for example, sun over hat. In Russian we'll say солнце над головой. And головой will be in instrumental case. Over what? And this what we put in instrumental. Alright, dear friends, now the second meaning of the preposition not will be to show that somebody has better or higher position. For example, power over people, власть над людьми. So, my dear friends, right now we may go to the next preposition, and next preposition will be preposition or. So, we use this preposition with prepositional case, and this preposition is kinda close to the English preposition about. And dear friends, usually we use this preposition in following meaning: on the subject of, or connected with, or related to. For example, I care about children. Я забочусь о детях. Or to think about love. Думать о любви. And dear friends, maybe you already find out that I wrote o and ob, oba. So when we use ob, oba instead of o, pay attention that o we use if after this o will go words with first consonant in the beginning. Like, for example, о детях, d is consonant. But for example, if after o goes word with the vowel letter in the beginning, we should say already об. For example, об отношениях, about relationships, об отношениях. It just made to pronounce sounds easily, because it will be hard to say о отношениях. You see, it's hard. That's why we need this b consonant to pronounce easily. Об отношениях. And dear friends, оба is used kinda rare, but still pay attention that we say обо мне, обо всем, обо всех. For those words we use оба. Such an interesting Russian language as always, dear friends, as always. Dear friends, the next preposition which I'd like to talk to you, it will be preposition от. And this preposition goes with genitive case, and it's kinda close to the English preposition from. And here you are the meaning of this preposition. We use this preposition to show the place where someone or something begins to move. And usually in the sentences there will be verbs of motion, except verb fly. And here you are the example. I'm coming from my grandmother. Я иду от бабушки. And here you see where my movement starts, from my grandmother's house, right? That's why we say от. But, for example, we won't say I fly from Moscow using preposition от. It will be я лечу из Москвы. So do not use with the verb fly, лететь. The next meaning will be to point the whole from which separates a part. So we have something whole and we take apart. For example, a bottom from a shirt. We have whole shirt and we take a button from it. So now it's от meaning. And in Russian, this phrase we will say like пуговица от рубашки. The next meaning of the preposition от will be to show that something is eliminated. And it usually goes like we have word plus от plus something that is or will be eliminated. For example, to clear off dirt. Очистить от грязи. To clear off dirt. Очистить от грязи. So грязь, dirty, will be eliminated, right? Or for example, tablets of sore throat. Таблетки от боли в горле. От боли, right? And the last meaning of the preposition от will be it indicates the source, indicates the addresser, not addressee, but addresser. So who was first, who gives the information, right? For example, a gift from dad, подарок от папы, or order from Ivan, приказ от Ивана. Dear friends, the next preposition will be preposition перед, and it goes with instrumental case in Russian, and it's close to the English preposition before, and we use it in following meaning. First meaning of перед is in front of, opposite something or somebody. For example, he stood up before people. Он стал перед людьми. And the second meaning of this preposition will be at or during a time earlier than the thing mentioned. For example, before leaving, he said goodbye. Перед уходом он попрощался. Before something, right? Before leaving. Dear friends, the next preposition will be preposition по. And it goes with dative. And here, dear friends, I can't really say preposition in English, which will be close to this. Because I would say that this по is really Russian preposition. So it's kinda unique. So, dear friends, the first meaning of the preposition по will be action occurs on the surface, usually used with the verb of motions. The surface usually large or long, like road, sea, river, and so on. So it kind of will be close to the preposition on, like it is, the action happens on the surface, like this. But still it's not, because here it's important that we moves in this situation, so we always moving on the surface, and in these cases we use preposition по in Russian. For example, sail in the sea. Here we have in the sea, like into, right? But in Russian we will use по because we move on the surface, which is right now sea. So we move on the sea. And that's why in Russian we will say плыть по морю. Or for example, I walk on the road. Я иду по дороге. Дорога, road, is long, it's large, and it's surface which we move, on which we move, right? So in this case, we use preposition по. So friends, the second meaning will be according to one's opinion, so someone's opinion. And it will be such scheme like по plus pronoun, like my, your, his, her in English. And dear friends, this pronoun will be in dative. For example, I'll do as you wanted, according to yours opinion. Поступлю по-вашему, as you wanted. По-вашему, we will say in Russian. And вашему, it will be like, if we will translate this вашему in English separately from this phrase, from this sentence, вашему we will translate like yours. So we put this вашему in dative because it's given. Do you remember the meaning of dative? So yeah. Or for example, in my point of view, it's wrong. По-моему, это неправильно. По-моему, in my point of view in English, по-моему in Russian. And the last meaning of the preposition по will be to realize the action with help of something, usually device. For example, talk on the phone, говорить по телефону. So this device helps us to realize the action. Or, for example, to watch on TV, смотреть по телевизору. But also, for example, to send by mail, отправить по почте. So mail is not kind of device, but with help of mail we can make the action. We can send the, what we're gonna send, I don't know, postcard, right? Alright, dear friends, the next preposition which we're gonna speak about will be preposition под, and it goes with accusative or instrumental, and I will tell you the situations when we use which of the case. So actually preposition под is close to the English preposition under, and we use this preposition in or to a position below or lower than something else, right? You know this, right? The under, we know the meaning. But in which case we use accusative? We use accusative if we want to show the direction of something or somebody. There is a verb of motion in the sentence. For example, put a box under the table. Поставь коробку под стол. And stол will be in accusative. But if we want to show the location of something or somebody inside, there is no verb of motion in the sentence, we use instrumental. The box is under the table. Коробка под столом. So here we have no verbs of motion and we just show the location of the box. It is under the table. And we use instrumental, so it will be под столом. Ending shows that it is instrumental, right? Dear friends, the next preposition will be preposition про, which we use with accusative case, and it's kind of close to the English preposition about. And do you remember which preposition was already close to the Russian preposition about? It was preposition о. So actually, we may use preposition про instead of preposition о, but do not only please use preposition про with verb to care. It's not available to use. The difference, for example, we may say think about love, думать про любовь. Or we may say думать о любви as well, right? It will be the same. Or for example, book about cat. Книга про кота. And we use accusative in these sentences. Dear friends, the next preposition will be preposition с. And we use с with accusative or instrumental case once again. So, when we use with accusative, it's really close to the English preposition from. And here you are some of the meanings of this s with accusative case. To point the place where something or somebody has been removed or taken away or left. For example, take the book from a table. Возьми книгу со стола. Со стола. And стола will be in accusative. The second meaning of the preposition с will be to show the origin of something or someone, but not about countries or cities. So do not use with countries or cities. For example, package from the post office. Посылка с почты. Alright? And the last meaning will be to show the moment when the action was started. For example, I've been waiting a package from November. So we know the time when it was started. Я жду посылку с ноября, we will say in Russian. So, my dear friends, but when we use instrumental case with preposition с, our preposition с will be close with English preposition with, in the meaning accompanied by another person or thing. So, people or things are in place together or are doing something together or feeling something together. For example, my friend and I laugh. Я с другом смеялся. So, dear friends, here we have and instead of with, but we can say also me with my friend, something like this. But usually in English, as I know, we say and, right, in these cases. But for example, a meat with sauce. Мясо с соусом. Here we have with in English and in Russian as well. So in Russian, if something accompanied by, we use preposition с. And your friends, you already find out that we use sometimes с, but sometimes so. So dear friends, here it will be a bit harder than it was with o, op, because we use с in most situations, but so we use if after so will be word which starts with following consonants с, z, sh, zh, l, r, m, n, v. So if you hear such consonant sounds, it means that you should say so. For example, со столом, со школой, со вниманием. Dear friends, in these cases we use so. Dear friends, the next preposition will be preposition u, which we use with genitive. And dear friends, here we have kind of really different meanings of these prepositions. That's why I do not want to show you that it is similar to some of the English preposition. So first meaning will be of this preposition u, like if we talk about location in the meaning close to something or somebody, near to something or somebody. For example, he stood at or near the door. Он стоял у двери. So in English we usually say at the door, right? So it means like really close to the door. Of course, it's not on the door, right? But in Russian we will say он стоял у двери, and it means like really close to. And dear friends, the second situation when we use preposition u will be following. If In English, we have such situation like noun plus to have verb in any time. We usually have following situation in Russian. It will be u plus noun in genitive. For example, I have a problem. У меня проблема. So, dear friends, you see, in English we say have, we use verb, but in Russian we do not use it, right? We say just у меня проблема without any verbs. My dear friends, we also have verb to have, and it will be translated like есть, but we use it only in situations if we talk about something real, which we can see or hold. So, for example, problem, it's not something real which we see or hold. But, for example, I have a cat. We can see the cat, we can touch it, it's something real, it's real object. In these cases, we will say есть, and we will say у меня есть кот. But still we say у меня. And есть we say only if this object is real. Cat is real, so we say есть. Do you understand it, dear friends? Is it clear? And dear friends, now the last preposition for you, and it will be preposition cherez. And cherez we use with accusative case, and it's kind of close to the English preposition through. And first meaning will be from one end or side of something to the other. For example, they walked through the wood. Они шли через лес. The same meaning. And лес will be in accusative case. The second meaning will be by using, getting done something with help of somebody or something. For example, I sold my car through the newspaper. Я продал машину через газету. And the last meaning of this preposition will be after some period of time. For example, he came in 5 minutes. So here in English we will say in 5 minutes, but in Russian we will say он пришел через 5 минут. And 5 will be in accusative. So, my dear and lovely, that's actually it for today. I hope that these 10 more new prepositions will be helpful. Please write me in the comments if you have some questions, if something wasn't clear. But dear friends, please do not forget that I love you very, very much. So see you soon, so I could really Russian you, dear friends. Bye bye.